So, like I said, this is in the week 14 folder, bonding inquiry activity. And this is what it should look like when you start. You're also going to need a periodic table. Any periodic table will do. Basically, all you need is to know where the location of each element is. That's all. All right, so it says in the instructions that for each element on here, you're going to place it on the periodic table. If it you're going to look at these compounds that are up here, numbered 1 through 6. The first element that comes up in the compound is going to be in red, and the second element that comes up is going to be in blue. All right, and that's what this first part's all about. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place those on the periodic table. So if you double click on the chart or the picture, you'll be able to edit it. So I've demonstrated here in the first one what it should look like, one on each side. Okay, so what you can do is for each of these boxes here, all right, if I want to do LIBR is what I'm going to go with next. So I'm going to click on the text box, and lithium is right above sodium on the periodic table. So I'm going to click and drag and make a box there. And I'm going to type, or I'm going to go up to the top and look for the box that says text color. I'm going to click on text color and click red. This is the first element. If you don't see this up here, you might see 3 dots like this. Click on those, and then you'll find the text color there. So I'm going to type in lithium there. All right. And then bromine is BR, and BR is right below CL on the right side of the table over here. So I'm going to create another text box, go right below chlorine, create my text box, and it's BR. So I'm going to type, whoops, I forgot to switch the color first. Go to text color, pick blue, and type in BR. All right, so that's how it's supposed to go. K and F are next. All right, so K on the periodic table is right here. And then F is right here above chlorine. So I'm going to create a text box. And then K, it goes right here. Change my font color. Text. Okay. And then over here, I'm going to do the same thing. Font color, box first. Then change my color. All right. One shortcut I can show you guys is that if you click on this sodium right here and you copy the box, so Control C to copy, Control V to paste, you can now place this where you want it to go, and then all you have to do is double click on it and then retype the correct element that's in that box. So again, click on that. All right, you shouldn't, if you click on it and you see a cursor flashing, you've clicked too many times. So click off it and then click back to it and try to click right on the border where you see that the 4 arrows. All right, copy it, paste it, and you can move it. That will save you a few steps. But I wanted to show you guys how to do it both ways. So you continue to do that based on ZN and T, and then FE and O, and then CU and I. Don't worry about the numbers. We're gonna learn about that next week. Work on these numbers next. So you would need to continue and finish the rest of this, and then when you're done, you hit save and close. It'll pop up on your chart. So the questions are: what similarity do you know about the first element in the substance? that would be all the elements. In red, what do you notice about their location specifically? Okay, so where are they located? Are they located where on the periodic table? What are those elements around? Stuff like that. So based on what classification would you give these elements? Would they be a metal or a non-metal? So all these ones, sodium, lithium, potassium, zinc, iron, and copper, would these all be metals or non-metals? All right, you just type that in that box. Then you look at the second element, which is in blue. All right, and then where do you notice about all the blue ones? Where are those all falling? Where do they occur on the periodic table? Like left, right, or center is kind of where I'm looking at. The right side of the table, the left side of the table. Tell me like what location they're in. And then are all these elements I listed here, are they all metals or non-metals? And that will take you through the first part one. Part two is the same thing. We're just doing some different elements. Okay, so same thing for this one. Double click on it. And then start to place these by making the text boxes. So carbon and chlorine come first. Carbon there, chlorine's there. So carbon would be here. Make the text blue. C there. All right. And then, like I said, if you copy it, you can paste it, and then just move this box where it needs to go and type in your element. Okay. So I'm sorry, the first one's supposed to be red. That's my fault. Following instructions is important. All right, so remember, the first one goes in red, and the second element goes in blue. So let's do P and O real quick. P is underneath N on the periodic table. And I gotta make sure I change the color to red. And what's nice about copying and pasting it is you can just keep doing it and you won't have to keep resizing the shapes. All right, so a couple things I want to clear up. You'll notice that you'll see O in a few different ones. That's okay, and same with N as well. Only put it on once. So you only have to put it on the table one time. All right, so you don't have to put in two O's. All right, just put it in once. Same with N. So then once you continue to do the last three, that's interesting. My counting's around 4. 5. All right, then you can come down here, answer the same type of questions. Is the first element a metal or a non-metal? Is the second element a metal or a non-metal? And then right here, the trying it together, this one is the kind of like the big question, trying to see if you're paying attention at all. All right. What are substances in set 1 are called ionic compounds, and in set 2 they're called covalent. Write a simple rule that classifies the compounds as ionic or covalent. So when I say a rule, that means something where it's like, a rule that is like in real life is like, if we're in class, you need to ask permission to leave the room, kind of thing. In order to leave the room, you must ask permission, kind of thing. Or in life, if the traffic light is red, you must stop. If it is green, you can go. those are rules, all right? Rules to card games, think about rules like that. So like if this element is bonding with this element, all right, it will be ionic. If this type of element is bonding with that type of element, it'll be covalent. That's kind of what I'm looking for, is make a rule that will apply to all the elements that we talked about up front that will make it either ionic or covalent when you come across them. These down here this is just like information to help you make a decision. Kind of recapping what we've gone over. I hope that helps. I'm going to be posting a video on YouTube again if you need to watch this over and over again, or pause it at a certain point to see what I've done. That'll be up on the YouTube channel in Schoology. I'm sorry, on YouTube, but the link is in Schoology as well. I'll label it the bonding inquiry activity. All right, so hopefully that helped you out, and you can complete this and submit it when you are finished.